Tonight, we sit down with a creative whose authenticity, personality, and undeniable presence have captured the attention of audiences across social media and beyond. That creative is Darnel Alexander. What started as a viral moment has evolved into something much bigger. A growing platform, a powerful voice, and a story that continues to inspire people from all walks of life. In this conversation, we are moving beyond the headlines and the trending clips to explore the person behind the popularity. We'll talk about purpose, pressure, growth, and what's next for a man who's learning to navigate success while staying true to himself. Tonight, we talk with Darnel Alexander.
Hey everybody, happy Monday. How's it going? Look, it has been such a busy day, and this is my sweet spot. Yes, this is where I sit down and it's all things music. Yeah, I put my phone on literally do not disturb. I was just telling our guest that so some people forget. I don't know how they can, because half of the people who watch have been on this platform. Half the people forget it's Monday. I can't call Sabrina. She's in hair and makeup, or she's doing something for the show. I don't know, whichever one it is. I put it on Do Not Disturb so I can get prepared to chat with you, sit down, chat with my guest. I'm so excited. I get my friend back on the platform. We figured out it was April 7th, 2025, when our next guest, Darnel Alexander, and I'm giggling because I had him as a guitarist, but Darnel Alexander was here in April. And we had such a great time in April. And now this is what, June 2026. Guys, what's happening? It's just, time is just flying by. But I want you to come on board. I want you to share. I want you to invite. Let everybody know we are here. YouTube, come in the room subscribing, okay? I don't want you to miss anything. I have already shared to the Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide page. I'm going to start sharing to all of the other smooth jazz R&B groups. You guys do that for me too if you can, but you will not, I promise you, you will not miss a thing. I'm happy to do this one-on-one with my special guest and friend, Darnel Alexander.
Hey, Sabrina.
Hey, how are you?
I'm feeling wonderful.
Good. Look at you. You're looking like Hollywood already, you know.
You know, they say you can't be it unless you are it.
You're doing quite a great job. Looking like Hollywood.
So, I've been working really hard on this whole image and artistry, because we're entertainers and we can't forget that. And people are looking for the entertainment factor. And so
True.
Here it is.
Darnel, you're doing an excellent job. And I can tell, I was looking at, when I was putting together your intro today, I was looking at the numbers on just Instagram alone. I'm not even calling out any of the other socials. Man, you've got over 125,000 followers.
It's beyond me. It really is.
That is, listen, of all of the platforms, Instagram is one of the hardest between that and TikTok.
Absolutely.
But Instagram is really a difficult horse to jump on and ride because, they have their picks and chooses. They're very particular on Instagram. and you got to hit them well.
That's a good word for it.
For real, you got to hit them well. And if you don't, they will unfollow you just like that. You're like, oops, that one's gone. Oh God. But you are growing in leaps and bounds. I think you're probably about that much on Facebook as well, too.
It's
Yes.
identical actually, 125 on Facebook, and then we're just creeping along with TikTok because they're a different animal altogether.
No, they are. But you're like in the 100,000s, like what, 116,000 ish
Yeah,
on
it
TikTok?
is. And I think this is good because as I'm growing this base of people who love old school music, who love the classics that, we don't really hear much of on the radio unless you tune into Sirius, XM satellite or have a specific station on Pandora.
Yep.
You get the live version on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You get something different than what you're getting from the mainstream.
I agree with you. It is, and it is a job. Believe me, because I do
Yeah,
it on a weekly basis.
yeah,
It is a job all by itself, hopping between platform to platform to platform. And you cannot, it is not a one sizer fits all.
no,
It just is not. You can't put what you put, sometimes you can get away with it, but you
yeah,
can't take what's on Facebook and put it on TikTok.
right,
There's
absolutely not.
a different audience there. And so I'm just, it's a lot. I love it. I could do it in my sleep.
Yeah,
Actually, I think I have had dreams about it though.
yeah, oh, yeah. I could see that happening.
Yeah, yeah. Dreaming about, did I hit the post button, or did I leave it in drafts, or just
Look,
something weird and
look, I
cuckoo.
had a draft the other day, and I was like, I almost forgot when it was supposed to go live, and then when it did, I was like, oh, that
See
did that
that?
happen?
I know it is so fun, but it's so much fun,
Yeah,
interacting with everybody. And I just want to just sail on into the Darnell Alexander that I think people think that, let's say it a different way.
yeah.
I know Darnell Alexander is just this lovable person. You guys, I mean, when the moment he pops in, he's like sunshine. Ah, he blinds you, right? He's so full of energy, and I love that. And the humor is just out of this world.
Look,
But
all this right
it's,
here, all this
yeah,
right here, this is it's
for
really
the
like, I mean,
camera.
it might have the camera like appeal, but you know what it really is? It's
Yeah.
called a lack of sleep.
So it's sleep deprivation that has got you.
I want people to see me at my best. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
Hmm.
I get it. I get it.
So, let's polish it up a little bit. Let's give them a little something, something.
Give him something. Well,
Yeah.
let's talk about the internet a little bit, because
Okay.
it knows the version of Darnell that went viral.
Yeah.
And I put a little bit of that in the intro when you were walking through the parking lot and you were singing.
Oh yeah.
And you even had a picture of
Luther
Luther
Vandross. Yeah, the
Vandross.
So Amazing.
Yeah, yeah. How different is that person from who you are when the cameras are off? Since we're talking about
It's still the same guy. It's just no one's
that,
around.
nobody's watching.
Nobody's watching me. I'm just out, just taking advantage of the acoustics in a parking garage.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
But
And
really, I carry myself like this everywhere I go.
yeah.
Um, there is a different persona. I think people have a perception when they see me on social media, but in real life, in person, I'm just the homie around the corner that wants to kick it with you and have a good time.
Aw, I love that. And that is the part of this business that surprises me these
Yeah,
days. But what does surprise me is what you just said, because I am now several years in. I started this uh, thing of loving music and sharing it on Facebook back in 2016, 17. And then as people began to really like it, I had to get more professional about it, right? And I had to
yeah,
upgrade, as we were talking about earlier, back
yeah,
out there. But at that point, that early in the game, everybody was so cool.
yeah,
But as I got into it more and started seeing behind the scenes and getting to know more people, I'm finding personalities to be quite challenging. And so I don't take it personal. I
yeah,
just take it as everybody wants a piece of one person.
yeah,
And so they're trying their best to learn how to deal with the pressures, and we're going to get into a little bit of that tonight.
Yeah,
But what I
we
love
got a lot to talk about. I can tell you now. I mean, um, keeping your identity, and I'm
yeah,
talking about the identity before you were even anything.
before, yeah,
The identity your mama know.
mama them, and
Keeping that
them.
identity is the
Hmm.
challenge, I think, for a lot of artists,
It
and
is.
especially if they're not feeling like they are somebody before they are quote unquote
Wait,
somebody.
wait,
You're
wait.
always somebody.
Always, you are.
You don't have to have a title. You don't have to have an education. If you are a good person and contributing something positive to someone else's soul, you somebody.
You are. You are. You're. Everybody can impact somebody to some level and to some degree.
Yeah,
But I think some of the twistedness in that is that people want this over the top um, persona.
yeah,
What they want to do with that is so beyond me, because I don't want to change me
yeah,
to be the version of what I call being sort of like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
one way this day and one way another. And then somebody somewhere is going to be standing in the wings, right? When uh, if that person, talking about the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde persona, when that person turns into Dr. Jekyll,
yeah,
and they're going to say, oh my God, I didn't know he or she
yeah.
was like that.
Oh yeah. I've
What are you
experienced it
going
myself.
to see? You see what I mean? And it is so disheartening. It is, but and first and foremost, I know we all have bad days.
Yeah,
We cannot all get it right.
right.
But if I see Dr. Jekyll more than the Mr., meaning the
Yeah,
person,
yeah.
I just, mm. I could
Well,
stay on this forever, and I don't want to, but I'm just
yeah,
saying it just came out all of a sudden. I just
yeah,
don't like to see, this side of people
yeah.
that hurts other people.
Yeah,
That's
you know, and
really
that's just a character trait, and I think that we have to always remember, like at least for me as an artist, I know I wouldn't be here without the fans and the people, my friends, all the people who support me, and they're always going to get the best part of me, just like I give my girls, my little
of
girls,
course. Yeah.
and I don't care if I'm tired as what, you know, what I mean, I'm going to tell them, you know what, I'm really exhausted. Hit me back later or something, but I'm never going to
Right.
be the person who's going to be like, you know, they talk about, you know, when you're doing self work and they talk about your shadow self or that dark side, you need to own up to whatever that is, but at the same time, know where to put it, you know, when it comes to others' feelings and emotions and their soul,
Ooh,
their presence. So,
that's so good. I love that advice. I might have to encapsulate that and put that out in a post or
well, you
something.
gave me one, you know, I might have to go back in the tape and be like,
Give
yeah,
you one back.
that's,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, what is one misconception that you can think of that people have about you that you never really had the chance to correct? Is there one?
I can't think of one right now.
Good.
With the exception of folks still thinking I lip sync, which cracks me up, especially with the acapella video. I'm like, you got to go through a lot of work to lip sync acapella. I mean, like, did you just wake up off the
Ah,
what turnip truck did you jump off of? Because
fell
you
off.
know,
They fell on their
yeah.
head.
So, but I have to remember the majority of people that like me, follow me, and listen to what I do know it's real. They know it's legit.
Yeah.
You can come do a show. I
Yeah.
got music on iTunes, Spotify. You know, it's there. But I think a lot of times we're in this scroll society, and the first thing they see, they judge it. They don't even investigate or look. It's almost like, you know, with the news today, you can pull the wool over everyone's eyes because the news and in the mass media, no, you're not going to go and fact check it. I mean, that's like, you know, a small percentage of people who actually have the forethought to, you know, investigate and research to make sure that what they're claiming to be true is actually fact.
Right. Exactly.
So
Yeah.
there you go.
There you
So I don't
go.
want to put too much energy into those people that want to, you know, not
Continue
believe
to
they're
exactly.
real.
Yeah. Because you are who you are, and
Yeah,
and not that you're trying, but you've proven it over and over again in live settings. And
yeah.
so, I
All they
mean,
had to do was be with me down the street and back in the day in the hood singing, you know, down the street, waking up the neighbors, you know, request
shut
line.
up, if somebody from the
Yep.
top. Shut
Hmm.
up, I'm trying to sleep.
You're too loud. I'm trying to sleep. Yeah, that's me.
Oh, is there a part of your personality that you feel is still undiscovered by your audience?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of parts.
Uh-oh.
Um,
Want to share one?
because I mean, what do I say? I'm really dorky. I think some people really can figure it out, but I'm like that nerd. But it's a different side of me. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm trying to do here is just give people the smooth coolness. But there's just this other side that's super cool, nerdy. You know what I mean? I put things
Oh,
together. I add 1 + 1 to equal 2.
absolutely. We wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah. So
Oh.
yeah,
So,
I
but
mean, I'm like a sci-fi junkie. I like action movies and stuff like that. So I'm very much into science and the unknown.
oh, are you? So is that why you say dorky-ish?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dorky-ish,
yeah.
dorky-ish, and the way I speak. I sing hella R&B. Like my voice is R&B,
It
but when I
is.
speak, it's very
Thank you
like
so much for that. Yes,
it's
indeed.
it's very you can hear the
The
syllables and the
soul.
vowels.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And
Words are clear and concise.
very, but we love that about you. And of course, later on, you guys, we've got the premiere. Someone Like You. We were looking at the video
Yeah,
just a little while ago. I love that song, and it
yeah,
just sent goosebumps all up my arm and back of my neck. The hair stood. But beautiful, beautiful song. If you haven't listened to it already, you'll see and hear, see the video and hear it tonight. I want to go to break. Before I do, I want to ask one more question about the viral moment. If it had never happened,
yeah.
where do you honestly think life would have taken you now?
I would just be super father,
Aw,
working really hard to make sure they have the best life ever, which I'm still doing now.
of
But
course.
with music, had I not had this opportunity, I think there would be a lot of people that would be missing out on someone who cares about making people feel good.
Sure, sure, sure.
That's really my purpose with music, to bring joy into their living rooms or on their cell phones, to give people just something different than the norm, and to lift their spirits up just a little bit.
Wow, and you're doing such an amazing job of that because every song I've heard, it's like you hit the nail on the head. I mean, every time you do.
Yeah.
And I think people are just wanting to hear your voice. And that, there's some singers, and I promise I'm going to go to break. There's some singers you're like, okay, I need to cut them off for just a minute. It's not a bad thing, but it's like I can't. But with you, it is while I'm cooking, while I'm cleaning, while I'm just chilling out without the TV on or the TV on with no sound
Yeah.
moment. It is all those moments that we want a Darnel Alexander's voice to penetrate uh, the atmosphere. And we are
Yeah.
just so grateful for you.
Well, I'm grateful for the listeners, and really, when I do music, I just want stuff that people are going to put on repeat.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
I don't want to. If I hear it and it sounds like, then I won't even release it. I need it to be like, okay, that's it right there.
Oh, wow. Wow. I get it. I get it. Well, listen, we've got more. We've got more to chat about. We've got the premiere coming. Definitely want to take the first break of the night, and then we'll come back and continue right here on Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide.
The Music Note Boutique has returned, offering must-have lifestyle go-tos from indie artist Reveal Worldwide. Grab your Black is the New White mug, our 25-ounce hot-cold travel cup, and our classic teas, available in an array of colors. Get your essentials now. Visit us at etsy.com/shop/The Music Note Boutique. I'm Sabrina Taylor, creator and host of the indie platform Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide, where the artist shares their story and I premiere their latest release. Connect with Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide Here, Mondays on Facebook and YouTube, 7:30 p.m. Central.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the show. Sabrina Taylor here, creator and host of Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide, with my special guest tonight, singer-songwriter Darnel Alexander. He's here looking all cool and hip. And we are just happy to have him back. He's returning to the platform. We've been chatting about the viral part of you, and there's a couple of other things I wanted to ask you before we went to break. But was there ever a moment when the viral attention became like, or does become overwhelming rather than exciting at all for you?
I'm overwhelmed only because I want to make sure that I have the time to respond to folks.
Yeah.
And when it first starts going viral, like it did recently on Instagram,
Yeah.
I figured out the hack for that.
Oh,
Because, it's all like, these days you can find the answers anywhere, right? And I was like, what
of
do I need to
course.
do to boost this? Because it's just
That's
stuck.
right.
And I really
Oh
want
yeah.
people to
Oh
see
yeah.
me.
Yeah.
But when it did, I was like, okay, it's just like all this comments and everything. I was like, man, like I want to be a part of the conversation. So, but that's about the most frustration I get. But other than that, I'm not feeling, overwhelmed at the capacity and the growth,
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
because those are the people I want people
That
to
you want anyway.
follow me and stay tuned for like what else is next and any surprises that could happen along the way.
Yeah. So in that, have you learned um like the different human behaviors? That's mostly sociology. And that was a study of mine, which I think the how and the why of people,
Yeah,
that really, I know that's kind of dorky, but I want to know the cause of something. I want to know the
yeah,
why. I'm a why person.
yeah.
So, what have you learned about the human behavior from, reading their comments and whether it's both positive and or negative? I can't imagine the negative for you,
Oh
but
my God,
other than them
people are
thinking
crazy.
that you're lip syncing, other
Yeah,
than that, yeah,
yeah. There's always the negatives once you get that amount of a rush of folks coming in. But I don't focus on that.
right,
It's just negative energy. But the thing that I have noticed is, and I'm hard on myself about this because I'm not a mainstream artist with a lot of money, a lot of backing to create the
true,
kind of visuals I'd like to give to folks to really feel what I want to emote in my music, right?
right,
The most action I've gotten has been from the one that cost $0 in the garage. And you think about human behavior, and a lot of people out there trying to find mad success. They're like, I just want to just hit it. I want to go viral. I want to, you know, and then you still got to figure out what to do with that once that happens, right?
yeah,
But the singing in the garage video, I always have to pull myself back when I see all my counterparts out there with the label deals and the
wow,
nice music videos and all of this stuff to remember
yeah,
I got more traction from a
mhm,
video on my iPhone in
one.
a garage.
That's right. That's right.
So
And
let's
and
go.
and then so that leads me to this next question, which could be, mm, you could have answered it already, but so in all that you've said, do you think going viral has made you more confident or
No.
more cautious, or a combination of both or neither?
Well, I would say the confidence is coming from the performances. And
Ah,
because with each performance, I get to interact with people and see
you
what
do.
works, what doesn't work, right?
Yeah, you do. Hmm.
And I'm an artist, number one. A lot of folks are like, sometimes they'll be like, oh, in the comments. It's not the people at the concerts, because the people at the concerts really enjoy what I do. But in the
Right?
comments, they'll say, well, you're not dressed like Luther to do a Luther tribute. And I'm like, I'm not Luther. I've always
Mhm.
been Darnell Alexander since the early 90s when I was doing solo work. I mean, I've been a solo artist all this time. And thanks to TikTok and Instagram, people know of me because of the Luther covers.
Yeah.
But my main goal has always been to be another one of the greats. And like Luther,
Mm,
sometimes it takes a cover song to propel you to where you're supposed to be.
true. Yeah. So then with that, have there been relationships that have changed once people recognized your growing influence?
No, I haven't had that because I keep a small circle already.
Good for
You know what?
you.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a situation where I've got friends where they're like, "Oh, you're all
So
that now."
you're that now, right?
So you're this guy. I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
still the same dude.
hello.
I'm still the
Oh
same
my
homie,
God.
right? And the good thing is, and I always respond, especially to my old friends.
Yeah.
Shout out to the people in the 206 in Seattle.
Oh,
Those have been my diehard fans, friends, since I can remember, and it makes me feel very grounded to know, I have those people that, in a heartbeat, they'd call me out. They'd be like, "Who the hell are you, man? I know you from the bus." You know what I mean?
yeah, I do.
And
So
we
that,
all need those people. We all need those people in our lives because if you got somebody to keep you grounded, you can go a lot
yeah,
further than if you get the
yeah.
big head and lose it. And then now you have a reputation of being someone that everybody thinks is no one.
Ooh, wow.
Mm.
That's a mouthful, Darnell.
Okay.
Wow.
And it's real truth because
Yeah.
we all want to make it. We all want to be successful, and have enough money to provide for our family and for our
Yep.
dreams and goals. But at the end of the day, we all got to work with each other to make it
Yeah.
happen,
Yeah.
and some people aren't going to be able to come along for the ride. That's okay. But
Yep.
it's the tact that you use when you deal with people.
So then in this, there are all these different facets. On one side, you're grinding to keep the momentum.
Yeah.
You have your two beautiful kids that you're
Obsessed with.
girl dad. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're doing that. And then you've got social media that's pulling on. How do you protect your peace in a culture that constantly demands access to Darnell?
Well, I always have to remember to shut it down and do absolutely nothing. And
You
even
do
if that
that?
means not, yeah. So sometimes I just put the phone away, because I'm always trying to respond to people, and that's like
Of
an all
course.
day thing, right?
Right.
But I'll try to
Right.
put it away. Or if I'm scrolling and seeing things, because I'm always trying to get information to learn and grow.
Sure.
But if I do see something that makes me feel some type of way, then I just shut the phone off because I don't
Ah,
want it to interrupt the
mm,
positive momentum like that I
true.
have in what I'm doing. Like I was saying earlier. Oh, look at that person! That video is so nice. That looks so cool. I wish I had that. And then I start, you know, looking at things in a darker light, so to
Mhm.
speak. And so I always have to, unplug, pull myself back to base, and say, "You're good. You're doing just fine. Do you?
You don't need
People love
to.
you." And
Yep.
stop
Yep.
paying attention. Comparison is the greatest thief of joy.
Ooh, that part. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's been the most, or has there been a difficult lesson success has taught you so far?
Well, I do know this. You gotta, when it's coming for you, you gotta prepare for it. And
Mm,
what I mean by that is you gotta treat your gift as if it's a child you love, you know,
mm,
because you gotta nurture it, train it up,
yep,
um, and protect it. And
yep,
so whether I'm doing, one gig, a month, or doing like, 5 gigs in a row, I've got to be prepared for that call when someone's like, "I need you yesterday to do this. Can you do it?" And I need to be able to say, "Yeah, I've been practicing, training, ready to go." Um, because when I had a event last March in the UK,
yeah.
that really tested me, and I had never done 3 gigs in a row, let alone, an hour
Ooh,
or more per
yeah,
session. Just like,
right,
throw it at me, I'm ready to go. Throw it at me, I'm ready
right.
to go. And that taught me that, number one, I can do it, but at the same
Hmm.
time, be prepared because you never know um, what may be required of you.
That's true. So you can't um get ready. You have
You
to
got to be
be
ready,
ready.
stay ready, right? That's what they say,
Stay
stay ready.
ready. Yeah, you gotta,
Yeah,
because you don't know, in this industry, it's so fast moving and it's
yeah.
ever changing. Every day you can go to bed tonight and tomorrow there's something different.
Wake
And
up to like,
I'm not, this is not for impact. This is a real truth. I
yeah,
mean, you wake up and you're like, well, doggone, now what am I
yeah,
gonna do? You know,
right,
you
exactly.
gotta be prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've
Yeah.
had some instances come up and I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Thank God I've been training for this.
Yeah, yeah. That's a wonderful thing. Wonderful thing. And then too, viral moments, and I've seen a lot.
Yeah.
They come, they go. Um, are you building that? How do I say it? What are you building that you hope will outlast or last much longer than the trend?
Yeah, I love the viral moments because they enable me to build the crowd that I need
True.
to come to these shows. I want
Right.
people that want those experiences to stay
Mhm.
tuned and be ready for the next time I come to their city, so they can really hear um, not only the stuff you see on social media, but to experience it in person. Because really, my goal and purpose is to give them what I got when I first saw Luther Vandross in concert. Like, make
Ah, I got
when I
it.
saw when I saw him in concert, I never heard anyone sound that good live. Number one,
Mm,
that
true.
good,
Yeah,
like better
I
than the
get it.
record.
Hmm.
And then, you know, regardless of the show, regardless
Sure.
of the background singers, the whole production, his voice had such an impact on me that is probably why I'm here today. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
We're going to take one more break, but I want to end with this question. When people mention you in 2 years or 5 years or in the next 7 years, what do you hope that they're remembering about Darnell Alexander?
I hope they remember not only one that he got signed, but I hope that they remember that I'm a real down to earth guy, someone who cares about them.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Hmm.
I care
Yeah.
about people, care about, really trying to bring joy to people's lives. So when, I thought about that today, it's funny you asked that question. I said, a lot of people want to get rich. A lot of people want to be famous,
Yep.
but when you die, nobody gives a crap about any of that. But they always remember the person who had an impact on somebody's life.
That's right. Yeah.
That's where
Yeah.
I'm headed. I'm looking for that.
And see, you're good. I love that about you. I know you're different. Before, I found you because you were viral, but I wanted to meet the person and kind of test the waters to see, okay, what is this guy's angle? Is he trying to make it as a huge Luther star, or
Oh,
because
right.
I didn't know anything about you.
Yeah.
I mean, I just saw your face and heard your voice. Had not sat down and talked with you, and then
Yeah.
last year in April we chatted, and I was so pleasantly surprised at how pleasant you were and how down to earth you were and how engaging you were. And then you had a lot of followers then, but now as I was sharing,
Yeah.
we've got across the board over 125,000 between Facebook and I mean, you
Instagram
got like a
and
quarter of
TikTok.
a million followers.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy.
Hello. And you can't garner that without having something special, Darnell. And with that, it's like, how do you intend to nurture? That's a lot of people,
It
right?
is. Yep.
I know in being a social media manager and now shifting into not only social media management, but public relations.
Yeah.
What I see across the board is everybody is telling you tighten up your Instagram, tighten up your Spotify because the promoters won't look at you, venue
Oh, yeah.
owners won't talk to you, blah blah
Oh,
blah blah.
uh-huh.
If you have 5,000 people, nurturing that amount is just as important
Yep.
as the unknown other numbers.
Yeah.
Because my thing is this, you know, to whom much is given, much is required.
Yep.
If you're not nurturing what you have, why are you wanting more? What is the more
Yeah.
for?
What's behind it? Yeah.
Yeah, what is the game?
Yeah.
And everywhere I go, I'm hearing, this tighten this up, tighten that up. But my heart for all of the indie artists, any artist, whether
Yeah.
they're major or otherwise, nurture your people because they are the reason that the artist is, constantly being elevated. If not, I wouldn't know you. I wouldn't know this
Yeah.
other person. I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So it would make sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To give more and be live more. I have to beg people to go live. I have to
Yeah.
beg people to make, and a lot of times they'll say, "Oh, I'm not comfortable being live," but you're on stage. And I know it's different because you, even though you're present,
Yeah.
you're present in a different way, you
Yes,
know?
correct. Yeah.
But you've got to be prepared. We're talking about be ready so you don't have to get ready,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So all these things comes with the elevation.
Well,
And
look
that
at this.
means interacting.
Well, look at that. So your point being made here, I don't really enjoy going live, but I will do it because you know, I've read the book. Do it even when you don't want to, or whatever the book is called. And that's how you make a lot of progress, is doing things even though you don't want to. A lot of
Yeah,
entrepreneurs will tell you this. A lot of successful people are like, I don't care if it's, you know, 4 o'clock in the morning. If I have to get up, I'm getting up.
gotta do it.
You got to
Gotta
do
do
it.
it.
And the people really appreciate it. And every now and then I'll go live, even if it's not to sing, but just to talk to people, just to, you know, connect with folks and let them know I'm a real person. I'm out here just, you know, living life like everybody else. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. The lifestyle shoots are, I don't think an artist should have less, and I know it's a high number, but if you got a following of any amount, I think you shouldn't have less than 50 pieces of live lifestyle a day.
Yeah.
Because picking up this phone, we do it every minute of the
I
day.
know, right?
I don't know a
Yep.
person who does not pick up their phone every minute of the day. So
Yeah.
you would be surprised how many people want to see what you're eating at
Yeah.
La La Voom restaurant, whatever that might be. And
Right.
then the number of hits is like, wait, I was just showing them a steak. How did I
Yeah.
get 2,000 views? Do you
They
know what I
want to be
mean?
there with you.
They
They want to be there and hang out with you.
absolutely. And so if you can just walk with your phone as you're going to sometimes do errands, or you're going to the gym, or you're walking through the park, or you're walking the beach. Okay, I've just named 3 to 4 different pieces of lifestyle footage.
That's very smart. Yeah.
Capture it, let somebody who knows how to edit make it
Yeah.
look good. I mean, and even if you don't have anybody to edit it, just shoot at it. You learn it as you go.
A lot of the people that I see that are the old timers on Instagram, they don't edit anything. They just, you know,
Just do
record something
it.
for people.
Just
And people
do
love
it.
it.
That's what I'm saying. Even
They
if
just
you
want to
don't,
see you.
just they want to be in your life.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that is how you nurture and keep them. And then it's like, girl, did you see he spilled such and such all over himself? Girl,
Yep.
let me show you this. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And so it is so important to take care of what you have. I just can't I can't nail that home enough. So,
Well,
but
you know,
you apparently are doing the right thing.
I'm doing everything I can because it all matters. And I am not kicking dirt until the dirt knows that I done did everything to dig it. Can you
Exactly.
dig it?
Yeah. Wow. It's amazing.
You know?
Oh, but we're going to take the last break of the night.
Okay.
I still have a lot I want to chat about. And everybody, if you're just coming in, I did interview Darnel last year, and it was basically, getting to know how he started, and we walked along his influences and all that kind of, that was a different journey. This journey, we're circling back now that he has elevated, um, and it's because rightfully so, he has just, we talked about how the videos, the footage, the singing, the touring, and people are loving you,
Yeah.
Darnell. And I just want to touch bases on that capacity,
Yeah.
if you will, and that part of your life now.
Okay.
And I'm sure if I touch bases with you in 2 years, it would be a totally different conversation.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
So I just love what we're chatting about. We'll be back in about 45 seconds ish or more, or maybe a little less. But we've got the premiere. Don't go too far. We'll be back right here on Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide.
I'm Sabrina Taylor, creator and host of the indie platform Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide, where the artist shares their story and I premiere their latest release. Connect with Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide here, Mondays on Facebook and YouTube, 7:30 p.m. Central.
Thank you so much, you guys, for sticking around for that drop in. I appreciate you. Sabrina Taylor here, creator and host of Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide. This hour is just flying. Where to go, Darnel?
I'm looking.
Can you find it? Tell it to come back.
Well, let me see. Where, oh, where?
Oh my goodness. Time is just.
But this is my life, though. Time is ridiculous. It's like I can't get enough.
I know. Being the first day of the month of June.
Yeah.
We'll be looking at the 4th of July soon.
Don't even say it.
Okay, I won't. I'm sorry. I'm just going back to keep my face down here.
Roll it back.
Yes. Replay. But just happy to have you sitting in front of me again and just having the candid conversation about your lifestyle and you being a girl dad and
My favorite.
loving every minute.
Every minute.
I know.
It gives me energy. It really does. It doesn't tire me out.
Wow. And they're little kids too, yes?
2.5 and 1. Well, she'll be 3 in July. But they're just my little babies, and it's been really interesting to look back at who I was before, the way I think, about things in life as opposed to now. Like I'm out and about. Normally in the summertime before kids, I would have been like feeling like I'm missing out on doing nothing. Like going, let me go have a drink at a rooftop or something like that. And if I were to think of that now, I'd be like, I could be recording, I could be creating, doing something other than just looking at other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I get it.
And I see people like driving in their nice cars and running, driving around and stuff, I'm like, I think of everything needs a purpose. And before children, I wasn't focus driven or purpose driven. Now I'm purpose driven, and I like it a lot more because I feel less pressure.
Yep.
And the only pressure, the only pressure I feel now is just to, give them the world that they need.
Such a dad. That's so cool.
Such a dad. It's ridiculous.
I love it. And speaking of, we're kind of talking about causes, and I want to get a little bit into that. Is there a purpose, or issue or message that you're passionate about, but you really hadn't had an opportunity to spotlight it yet in front of us?
I've never thought of myself as that person, right? Because a lot of times it's the person who's famous, who has a position where people are looking to them for advice, motivation, and all that. And I credit my motivational personality or attitude because of personal training. So I used to do a lot of that back in the day, and really trying to lift people up. And so what I would say to that is my cause would be mental health. Especially for men. I think women instinctively are emotional and take care of those emotions through therapy or through friendship, right, camaraderie. Whereas men tend to be very closed and hard, and they feel like as long as they can have that tough shell, that's taking care of business. But what's really taking care of business is addressing the feelings that are affecting other people.
Wow. Huh.
I'm more on like on the stoic part of manliness, whereas it's not all about my muscle and my toughness, but it's about listening, understanding, perceiving, and then trying to address things in a proper way that really creates harmony.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And well, I think this would really duplicate the prior statement about your children, because I think that answers a question about legacy, and how you're beginning to think differently, like you were just explaining. Because I did have a question in there about legacy, but to me, it's self-explanatory, because I see the grind. I know your why.
Yeah.
And so admirable. It really is. Be passionate about your children, making sure that they have what they need. And you just never know, they may end up being a
Right.
creative like yourself,
Yeah.
something to leave behind and the grind that
And even my actions, the way I move and behave, like they need to see that.
they do as a
And
discipline.
yeah,
Yeah, totally. I
the
totally.
discipline, especially that part. Yeah.
Uh-huh. I get it. Smoke Jones, really good friend of mine. Hey, Smoke, he has a question for you. He says, what's the best advice that you've been given, and how did you use that advice?
You know, and even Melba Moore, she would say the same thing. You got to stay true to yourself.
Yep, she would.
And
You're
but
right.
when that's almost cliche, right? Well, you always hear
Mhm.
that, stay true to yourself. But what that really means is, be the person that you are when nobody is around.
True.
Be the person that everybody, likes, when you're around your mom and your cousins and your friends. Because
Mm.
what people fail to remember is that's the part that everybody likes. It's not
Right.
the facade. It's not all the stuff that you have and how you front.
Mhm.
It's that quirky personality. Like people are like looking for something different, something to grab onto, something they haven't experienced before. The unique person that is separate from the other individual. That's what we like.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. This is really, I like this session. I'm hearing people say, oh, wow, this is a great interview. I'm
Well,
loving it
look at this
too
like
because it's
I look
helping
at it
me.
like this.
Even
Well, I
being
look at yeah, go ahead.
no, no, no.
I
You're the
said, well, I
guest.
look
Don't
at it
do
like
this.
this. Well, I say, well, people will say, oh, you sound like Luther, but you need to have your own sound. And I'm like, I've had my own sound since the early 90s. You just now figuring out that I sound like Luther. But
Hello.
but with that, but really
Hmm.
with that, I still stay true to my artistry. So all the original music that I do,
Yeah.
all of the stuff that I do is me. But when I deliver Luther, I don't want to go too far from what he does
Mhm.
originally because that is the magic of Luther.
It is. It
So
really
I could
is.
sing it and throw all kind of runs in there and be like trying
You
to,
could.
church it up, but
Yeah.
that's not going to
It's
make
not
people
the
feel some type of way.
Hmm. And some people would say, "Oh, but no, you're making it your own, but you're singing Luther."
Yep,
And you have a strategy, and I like that
you got it.
you're careful with what's precious. You're not putting it through a meat grinder,
Oh,
trying to show off your vocal acrobatics, because we know that you can do that. We
yep,
all know that. But you're saying this is precious cargo,
it
and
is.
I want to give you Luther the way you've heard Luther. But even though it's coming through me, I still want to give you the Luther that you know. And you know what? There was a young guy who was singing a Stevie Wonder piece, You and I.
Yeah,
And just by listening to him, I could tell he had the ability to have those vocal acrobatics you and I are talking about.
yeah,
But he did what you're talking about. He preserved the right? Not to use his own vocal acrobatics on you and I,
yeah,
because he wanted to give people that version of
yeah,
Stevie.
yeah.
And I was so amazed. I was, and again, I don't, you can't surprise me easily these days. But when somebody has the discipline like that, and you know they can give it all, right?
The restraint.
That restraint in that was so phenomenal. I had tears. I was like,
Yeah,
oh my God. It was so beautiful. And there were hundreds of people who responded to me saying that. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm just sharing what's in my heart.
yeah.
But I don't know if we'll ever get beyond trying to show people and prove to people certain things. I'm gonna
Yeah,
prove to you.
yeah.
This is my moment. I mean, I get there are moments where if you got it, you better
You
showcase it.
better bring it.
Bring it.
Yeah,
But then there are times where restraint and discipline is more valuable than gold.
yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
and you got to know the difference and have the wisdom to
It's like a
exert
good
power.
driver. If so
Come
if you're
on.
on the racetrack and you don't want to crash, you got to know exactly that fine medium of speed and control.
Yes. You got a car, you're driving a Porsche.
Yep.
You know that baby can, you know,
You know it can go.
couldn't go. But, do we give it all we got and go to
Right.
jail?
Wrap it around a telephone pole.
Reckless driving?
Yeah, no.
Or do we just chill out and just, this is a
Marinate.
moment of I know what I can do,
Yeah.
but I choose not to do that.
Yeah, I agree.
And I totally, oh man, you got me going on this one. I love it. We want to look at the premiere.
Let's do it.
Um, yeah, let's. I think it's about that time. Smoke. Before we do, Smoke has a statement he wants to say. He said, "Less is more when you're dealing with cherished music by legendary artists." Yes. Then shine is in the simplicity and authenticity. Darnell does it well with Luther. See, he said that so
Oh man,
eloquently.
just tell him just wait.
Oh,
Patience.
Smoke. Just wait.
One of the
All
few
right.
people that will be ready when it comes.
Mm, Well, you guys heard it here first. But we want to share Someone Like You. I love this song. It is so beautiful. It reminds me sort of the intro of, you remember the Emotions? Don't Ask My Neighbor.
Yeah, I love that
Kind
song.
of, just a little bit. I
Just a
said,
little
oh,
bit.
you had my attention at that point, right? So, and I'm so glad I just checked it out, and it's such a beautiful song. I want you guys to, of course, give me your emojis and your hearts and share comments. Of course, Darnell will be able to go back after the show is over and kind of, marinate over some of the comments about the music. But listen, enjoy it while you can right here on Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide. Someone Like You.
Never thought I'd find anyone after everything I've been through. A special love who could get it done. But then you came along out of the blue. Never knew that love could be so sweet, let alone love made for me. Hesitating like too good to be true. Baby girl, I can't believe that. Baby, it's true. I'm grateful for it. Never thought I'd find someone like you. What can I do to show appreciation for God's and me? Someone like you. Never thought I'd find anyone. So glad I finally found you. I wrote love off like it would never be, and all my dreams are coming true. Ooh, yeah. Girl, this kind of love is everything, and I don't have to guess a daydream. Girl, now that you're my reality, can't believe that you're with me. 'Cause I can't believe that. Can't believe that I could find someone like you. Oh, now that I find, yeah. found by someone like you.
Oh my God.
Look, the
This is
embrace at the end. I was like, where are we going now?
hey, 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 hey.
What's going down now? Huh?
Listen, that is what I saw when I created this video.
I love it.
I, and of course, Ron is like, he loves the visuals. And I was like, thank you guys. This is a joy for me to be a part of the creative process just for the show. And, if Darnell wants it, it is his.
Yeah.
But I just, there's something in me when I hear songs that I just want to just close the door, light a candle, and pull out Canva and just go through all the videos
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and plug in certain keywords. And it takes me hours. Literally, it took me 2 hours to do this video. And
Yeah, but
and
you
when I
put
was
it together
done with
really
it,
nicely.
I said, now it's done. So, but you have an immaculate voice, Darnell.
Thank you.
It just,
Look, I'm just glad that, like I said,
oh my
I'm
God.
really, really grateful. We're talking about the followers and all the, it's like, it's a lot of people, but I'm so glad that I finally have an audience to share it with, because what a tragedy to have someone that has a gift, but no one to share it with, right?
Yes. Oh my God. I totally get it. Oh,
It's like,
Smoke says
it
yes.
doesn't
It's
make any
given a
sense to me.
Brian. Oh, I get it. Yeah. Smoke was saying it's giving a Brian McKnight and some other very smooth artists feel. And I totally agree with that one. I totally
B.
agree.
McKnight, yeah. That's smooth.
Yeah, yeah. We don't hear much from him anymore. I'm not gonna even get into that, but anyway, it's just I still love his music. You
Yeah.
can't, the music will remain. You cannot, throw the
And
baby
like you were
out with the
saying,
bathwater.
earlier, that's what you were
Yeah,
saying earlier. Is like we have a responsibility as artists and people in the public eye to protect what we
correct.
have and to deliver the goods to the people. If
That's
we
it.
want longevity, we've got to
Yep.
really work on that.
That part. Yes, indeed. That part. Well, radio has this song gone to radio? It came out in April.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I release
Yeah.
everything to everyone that I can possibly find, and until the day that I become the mainstream worldwide artist.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Yeah. And I'm sure you're getting just amazing feedback. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm making music that I really love and enjoy, and you know, not to please anyone, not
Right.
to appeal to a certain demographic, but really to just make good music like I grew up with.
Yeah. Well, my prayer is, let's say it this way. Normally, when you go mainstream and someone picks you up, they already have something envisioned for you,
Yeah,
not your vision. But my prayer is because of the personality you have and the gift that you have, the talent that you have, that you won't have to deal with being strong-armed to do something that you don't want to do.
sacrifice to things that we don't even know about.
Correct. Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
That kind of stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
And so I don't think it'll be long, but you just never know.
You
There
never
could
know.
be an equity company who may say, look, we see what you're doing, and we want to support you, and we want to be the financier for you.
Yeah,
And that just
I'll tell you
happened
what.
too.
I said I won't let them down. I'll tell you that much.
Of course you won't, but it's in you
Yeah,
to give it 100% of yourself, and that's what
yep.
I love about you. And I could hear it in the music. So what's next for Darnell Alexander?
Well, I got a show coming up in Colorado Springs. That's going to
Ooh,
be June
okay,
20th.
okay.
That's going to be super fun. And for folks who are looking for the details, you can find it on my Instagram or Facebook. I'll be sure to share that immediately so folks can, stay tuned to that. And next is I've got a new release, because I'm sure there's not like the whole world isn't watching. So for you who are watching, I will have a new release coming out this Friday.
No way.
Yeah, we're just trying to keep the summertime vibe
Turning
going.
that music out. Oh my God.
We're trying to keep the summertime vibe going. I got singles on Rolodex right now. It's ridiculous. I have more work than I can even keep up with, but I want to keep it exciting.
Sure.
And outside of the single that's coming out Friday, there's something even more exciting. I can't even tell you this one. This is the biggest thing I've ever done in my life. So I'm just like, whoa.
Look at
Just trying to
you.
contain myself. So I'm doing it all on my own though. You know what I mean? Me and my producer friends and that's it. We're just out here trying to make noise.
Oh, speaking of producers, who is the producer of this track?
That's Jordan Johnston.
Wow.
He's responsible for a lot of my hits. I mean,
Is he?
him and his dad, Bob Johnson, Bob Johnson used to be signed with Flytime Records.
That's
And
right.
My biggest dream was always to work with like a Babyface, a Jimmy Jam,
Of
or
course.
Teddy Riley, right? But since that hasn't happened, what we're doing is we're kind of going around the back door there. So
good deal.
Yeah, we can nowadays you can make any dream come true. So
yes, you
I'm
can.
a strong believer in, you put it out there and you walk in the direction of it, you will run right into it.
Yes, you will. And I just believe Jam and Lewis are coming. I really do.
Yeah. We're that sound is what we're missing. That make you want to sing. All the words, the melodies, and the emotion behind it. So we're just trying to keep that alive.
Wow, I think you're doing just a fantastic job. And we all know that one of the challenges of the indie artist is the finances
It really is.
getting that big machine that
right.
keeps everything out there moving and shaking, and that's the missing piece.
But you know what? I'll say this for all those artists out there who are trying to make it and who want that. Let's just keep your mind in a positive light. Don't look at what you don't have. Look at what you do have and what you have to offer and what you can bring to the table, and bring that, and that will bring everything else.
It will. I agree with you 100%. I mean, wow. I still had more for you. I'm trying to decide. Well, I'll ask this: what would surprise people most about something that you do on a daily basis in the Darnel Alexander routine?
I think people would be surprised of how present I am for my little babies.
Really?
The amount of time they get more time than I spend on anything.
Really?
Yeah.
But that's important.
I think people really don't understand the importance of forming those little minds.
Yeah.
And really being present in a way that can help them blossom into strong, confident, intelligent individuals. And it really matters, even when they don't remember, even though they're tiny and small. Parents today need to be hands-on. They need to really focus and pay attention to that first, instead of what they're trying to do for themselves and get this going on and have all this and that. They're precious in this world, and one person in this world can make a difference, and it just might be that son or daughter of yours.
Yeah, be the influencer, not a computer or some show or movie or cartoon, something that, when you turn your back, you're not sure what they're watching.
Yeah.
Because some things come out of the left field, you know what I mean? So, but I am so glad that you're so hands-on with your kids. That is super, super important. And we were talking about the majors, and like I said, I got so many things that are rolling around up there. Has there ever been not just a major, but an impactful opportunity that you've turned down along the way?
No.
To date? Okay.
No, I usually try to be there for those ones. Like last year with the Apollo Theater came in my lap, and I was like, I will drop everything and then some to be up in that joint. They
Yes,
called me up. They're
sir.
like, "We found you on Instagram.
See?
We had somebody that was supposed to show up, and something happened. Can you show? Can you do it?" I'm like,
You were ready.
"What?"
You
Yeah. Don't.
hello.
Did you really have to ask? No.
You said I am
So
there. What
big
time?
shout out to Dwight. Yeah, Dwight for that one at the Apollo. He really made that an experience for me to. Um, I have no words.
Oh my gosh. I
Yeah,
love
you
it.
always got to be ready for that stuff. I haven't turned down anything that I can think of that's been that great.
Yeah. Well, then is there a challenge that you've been through or that you're currently working through um, that you can share with the audience
Hmm.
today?
The challenge that I'm facing every day is really to get more time to create for them, for the people who
Ooh,
follow me.
really?
I
I
really
love
want to
that.
give people a lot, but I don't have as much time as I
Got it.
could because I'm giving so much to my girls, and because um, I'm juggling so many things at once. But I find different ways, like a photo shoot or something, to just give people an insight as to what's coming next. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, but
But I
I
want
do work really hard to make sure that I'm there for the people who are looking for something. What's the next thing happening for Darnell Alexander?
so how many hours a day do you sleep? Do you think you get?
I need at least, 7, 6, 7, but sometimes it's interrupted when the little one wants to wake up in the middle of the night, and then I'm like right there. So
Of course.
I got a lot of
Yeah.
energy. I've been working out
That
all
is
these
so
years just
then
to, wake up in the middle of the night to stop that crying.
daddy's there. I love
Yeah.
that. I love that.
Our
I want
girls
you to
today
do me a
they need that. Our girls today, our
they
women,
do.
our young
It,
ladies need men in their lives. I don't care if you got an issue with baby mama or whatever, you need
I
to
was
be
gonna
there.
say that, but I didn't, because
I'm a guy to say it. You need to be there.
okay,
I don't
then
care
I'm
what.
glad you did. I am
I don't
so
care
glad
what
you
you
did.
doing, what you got going on, what she got going on. You need to be
You
there,
need to
make
be
it
there.
happen.
Yeah. That is so good. I'm so glad that you brought that out.
So many women grow up without their fathers being present, or if they're there, they're not giving them the food they need to survive
You
mentally.
see, because I was gonna say sometimes they are there,
Yep,
but
but they're
they're
not
not
there.
present.
Present is a whole different thing.
It is a whole different
Money
thing.
can only do so much.
Ah, my God.
Okay,
Mm, yeah,
but you
I'm
you can
feeling.
provide things that money cannot.
You cannot replace money with having
That's a
a
whole nother
person.
conversation.
I know, honey. I get it. I get
So
it.
I'm doing my part. But believe that.
Wow. Wow. Woo. And we've got comments and we've got, let's see.
I'm
I
gonna pop
miss
in there and make sure I respond to folks because I do care.
he does, and I believe it. I truly believe it. Um, Ron has several comments. He says he's
Love
really
Ron.
happy how the indie community is cranking out some great R&B music and supporting one another.
Yeah,
That is very, very important that each indie artist who cares supports the other. I
you got
mean,
to be there for
that's
them.
community. That is
Yeah,
what community,
it is community. You got to be there
So,
for them because you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what their
mm-mm,
struggle is,
mm-mm.
and you know, for each person that has that line to pick up and call and say,
Yeah,
"Hey, can you just give me the 411 on this?" That makes all the difference in the world.
it does. It does. And then I'm telling you, even those of us who are caregivers, and I say
Yeah,
that as a supporting um, part of the indie community, sometimes it is just, and it is not, I repeat, it is not a burden, but it does kind of mm,
it takes a
challenge.
toll on you.
It does
It takes a toll on you because you're giving a lot of energy that
a
is
lot.
required to
Yeah,
sustain these folks.
yeah. Exactly, exactly. And you just would not believe, how people can just take that for granted.
Oh, I've been
And
there.
the
I know.
hours and hours and hours that it
Yeah,
just took just to do today. And this is not this has nothing to do with you, but I'm just using this as an example.
yeah,
Just the video alone was 2 hours.
right.
That's just 2 hours. I'm not
Yeah,
talking about the research. I'm not talking about preparing the intro
yeah,
or putting in certain things and then sometimes overlooking small but important things. And
Right,
um,
right.
you know what I mean? And
I'm
so
missing a
when
light
you,
over here.
hello,
That
sweet,
light, that light. See, now my face looks all crazy because I didn't have that light, you know?
oh, it takes a village,
Yeah,
really, to do all of this. And when I tell you, I there is just this feeling of accomplishment that I
yeah,
have when people say, "I just appreciate you."
yeah,
Oh, wow. And I've
yeah.
got a sister and friend, Ramonda, who is constantly just, she's cheering me on. She's definitely one of my greatest fans. But
Yeah.
when things happen and, proportionately, we're sharing and giving each other kudos back and forth, sometimes some of the wording that she says just makes me feel like, like it takes my breath away because she
Because
sees things.
it's not what somebody says, it's who it's from.
That's right.
It's
That's
always who it's
right.
from.
It
20
is.
people could say the same thing, but that one
Th-
person will make
that
the
part,
difference.
that part right there, that part. And I just love camaraderie. I love the community of the indie community, the culture. Sometimes not so much, but
Right.
those of us who understand what's needed and we give it, man, I'm just tickled pink to be a part of that. I am so tickled pink. And it's been years. I've been in smooth jazz since 2007,
Yeah.
but doing this 2017.
Yeah.
And so I'm learning what to let go and what to take with me.
Yeah.
You know, you just, you gotta, like you said, you've got to make the decision what you keep and what you don't. You
That's
eat
right.
the meat and throw away the bones.
You are in the driver's seat all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to control that. So with you, it is always a pleasure, Darnell.
Thank you.
I can't because you'll think of something and I'll say ooh, 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 and,
You
and
know?
and I'm trying to hold on to it, so let you say what you gotta say.
Yeah, I
Wait,
know.
ooh,
I'm
I
like,
gotta
let me
say
just
this.
get it.
I gotta get it out. I gotta get it out.
But we got that
Oh,
connection, so it works.
I love that. I love that. And congratulations on the next single. I want to hear it. I mean, you gotta send it to me and let me hear it, even though we couldn't
I will
dance
send
on
it
it.
to you. That's my
Yeah.
to-do item for tonight. I'll send it to you.
Okay, send it to me because is it mid tempo? Is it ballad? Is it up
Oh, it's
tempo?
dance. It's like dance. It's something I haven't done before. So
Ooh,
we're gonna get ladies and gentlemen on their feet.
on the flow. Get them
Yep.
on the
It's
dance floor.
summertime jam, you know?
True. Oh, there's nothing like a great summertime jam.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
something for everybody. It's something everybody would like, you know. One of
yeah.
those non-denominational jams.
Oh, well, hey, it all works for me. It really
Yeah.
does. It
Yep.
does. Anything you want to leave, just not even just the indie artist,
Yeah.
but things that have happened along the way, and you can share this. It could impact anybody, maybe not in music. You
Yeah.
want to share?
I don't know. I think that, we always have to remember to be present, not only for the people that we love, but for ourselves.
Yeah.
Life is moving by really quickly, and especially, for those of us who are over 50,
Hmm.
you really cherish the moments. And if you're not doing that, if there's someone that's interrupting your peace, or someone who's not contributing to your life in a way, regardless of if it's a close relative, family, friend, or whatever, you really got to work on making sure that you stand your ground, because your peace is everything, and that's what allows you to give back to other people. That
Right.
allows you to get the most out of life. You don't need to find it in someone else. It always comes
Mm,
from you. It always
yep.
comes from you. And I think a lot of us forget that. We're like, if I just get this, if I get the
Mm,
promotion, if I get the
mm.
car, the house, it's so simple.
Yeah,
It's just making sure you're good.
absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Darnell, it is, the platform's always open to you, my friend.
Yes. We'll
You
be
are
definitely doing this again.
always welcome. Absolutely.
So much to talk.
Um, I'm going to be cheering you on from the sidelines, and
Okay.
um, hopefully get out to see you live. I want to see so many people
Yeah.
live. Lynn Roundtree, I've been trying to get to him
Uh,
or trumpeter Lynn Roundtree. They call him the soul trumpeter.
Yeah.
But I want to get to see him live and maybe do a Nathan Mitchell show. I haven't seen him live. I hear he's just, I haven't seen him in years,
Yeah.
but I hear he's just moving and shaking. I want to see, I've seen Reagan. Reagan Whiteside's been here in Jackson, Mississippi.
Okay.
And I got an opportunity to just sit with her. And yeah, Lynn is amazing. Smokus and Lynn's amazing. There are just so many
There's a
artists
lot of
that I
lot.
just, I just need to, get so entrenched in this that
Yep.
you guys are the reason that I'm out on the circuit.
Right.
And I just get to see you because I
Yeah.
have to be out there with you. And I just
Right.
speak that, and I just believe that that's going to happen soon. So,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you having me on, and we just love to just catch up and discuss everything. So it's
Absolutely.
like an interview, it's a conversation. We're just kicking it.
Conversation for me.
Yep. We're
And
just kicking
then
it.
there are people kind of listening in like, what
Yeah.
are they saying? And so it's always a pleasure. And I want to thank everybody else for coming out and
Thank you.
listening and commenting. He's going to go back. If you have anything you want to share, please
Yeah.
put it in the chat. Darnell's going to go back and take a look at it and respond accordingly. But we thank you so much. Thank you, Monica. I appreciate that. Monica said, great interview and well-spoken. Thank you so very much.
Yeah.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. And you guys remember, what you make happen for others, God will make happen for you. Have a great week. And we'll
Amen.
see you again
Amen.
this time next Monday. You guys take care. Love you. Bye.